Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we are looking again at these absolutely lovely punches. I adore them. They are the autumn bundle of punches, but you have three beautiful. You've got a little oak leaf, you've got a maple leaf, and you've got an acorn. There's a coordinating stamp set that goes with it, which is beautiful autumn. But as I've said, we're in the middle of summer at the moment. The stamp set, or all of these things, go live in August. Available on pre-order for demonstrators now, but for all the customers, it's going to be August, which again is summertime. So these are just beautiful to use all year round. So I'm going to do a card which is not a wintry card or an autumn card, but just a beautiful card. And we're looking at Forever Fern as well. This is just the most gorgeous, distinctive images, which means that they have your light and your dark and your shade and everything in the actual stamp. They are just beautiful. So we're using the sentiment love and laughter forever after, and I've done that piece first. So if I take my card base, I've literally just with the scrap of paper that I've got over, which this piece measures, just to sort of give you an idea, it is 1 1/8. Yes, 1 1/8 inch wide, and then I've done it the size of my card. So for me, that's 3.5 inches, because I want it to go on there, and we're going to do things sort of above and below and add these lovely little things in. So the Forever Fern, oh, just beautiful. And we are going to use some Misty Moonlight. And I think we'll use, what's going to go with the Misty Moonlight? Let's use, I'm going to use some Pacific Point actually, because the Misty Moonlight is very, very dark. The Pacific Point is just a bit brighter. So those two I think will work perfectly. And we just need to, with a pencil, so let me just grab a pencil. I'm just going to make a little mark here at the top and the bottom, which just gives me, you probably won't be able to see it, but it gives me an idea of where I'm going to stamp it, because I just want the top part to show and not the bottom. So let's start with, I'm going to start with this lovely, lovely piece. I say each one of them is absolutely beautiful. Now it doesn't need to, I don't need all of the stem, so I'm just going to put it on, and I'm going to put the ink them up. As it's a big stamp, I sometimes do my pad to my block rather than the other way round. And we're going to do one. Excuse if my head comes in. We're going to do one at the top like this. Oh, you see, it's just beautiful. And then we're going to do one down at the bottom in the same sort of position, just coming in like that. Okay, so we've got those two in, which, as I say, the detail of them is just absolutely gorgeous. It's, oh, just such a lovely set. I really love all sort of stamp sets that have that sort of greenery and foliage, because all you can do is just change up your colour tones. You don't have to do them in, you know, realistic greens. If you don't want to, you can do them in all sorts of other colours. And because we're using the Misty Moonlight, I'm doing it in, it's quite a dark colour, this one, so I need to clean this off as well as I can. So that's that one. And then, because I don't want too much on it, I just want enough. So I think I'm going to use, what about using this one just on that side with the darker one? Yes, I think that that'll work. There are so many lovely images in here, but I'm just going to use a couple of them for this card. You can overlap them if you want, but for this one, I'm just going to keep them apart. So we've got our Misty Moonlight. So let me just open this one up. And the Misty Moonlight is quite dark. Against the Pacific Point, it is really dark. So I'm just going to put one in on that corner. And one in on that corner. Turn it round. One in on that corner. And one in on that corner. Okay, so we've got a bit of space going round, and then I've already, as I said, I've cut this out, so I need to make sure that it's dried, but that's going to go perfect. Take it up just a little bit so we've got the same sort of distance between the top and the bottom, but that's going to go in like that. So I'm just cleaning, as I do off camera, my little stamp. Now we could put, and I'm just going to have a look at this to see, we could put this one in on there and there. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to have them overlapping this time. I'm just going to have them as they are, like that. And I want to just sponge the edge. So I'm going to go back to the Pacific Point, because I just want this edge to look just a little bit. So let's get my Pacific Point out. I just want those edges to just have a little bit of definition. So let me just get this out. Now Pacific Point is quite dark, so I just want to just go around the edges to just give a little bit of definition on here. Trying to be careful that I don't put my fingers in the sentiment. That's beautiful. That just pops it up a little bit. We're going to put it on dimensionals, but that just gives a little bit of extra in on there. I could go around the whole of the card. Let me have a look and see on my base. No, that's going to be fine. That's going to be fine like that. Now, that will look beautiful just as it is. However, we want to just bring it out a little bit more. So let's bring these punches in. Do I want to do an acorn? I'm not sure. I definitely want to do the leaves. So again, scrap of paper. We're going to the beautiful autumn, and we're going to take out the outside pieces. So those are the maple leaves, and then we're going to have the other ones in a minute. So let's do the maple leaf first, and I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight for the outside, because as I say, it's a very dark blue. It's not quite as dark as Night of Navy, but it's definitely a midnight. It's not a light blue, but it does tone beautifully with the Pacific Point. That's 3, 4. I don't know how many I'm going to use, so I'm going to do 6. Okay, so that's 6 of those. I'm going to take another piece. Have I got another long piece? I've got a shorter piece, that'll do. So let's take the oak leaf. And, oh, that's the inside bit. I don't want the inside bit yet. Let's do the outside bit. Okay, so you've got the detailed part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, as I say, I don't think I'll probably need quite as many as that, but it's best to do a few more than a few little, and then you get to the stage where you go, oof. Okay, so this is the oak, the inside of the oak leaf, and we're going to take the Pacific point. Says me, I've got lovely mucky fingers now, but never mind. And I need to take, I'm just going to take a little scrappy piece here because I'm going to stamp off, so I don't want it too dark because that makes it too dark. Okay, so bright lights. Let's see if I can get this lined up. Not too bad. Stamp off. Stamp off. Stamp off. It's very difficult for me to see. My lights are so bright and my camera's in the way, so I can't really get up over the top. There's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's probably going to be enough, actually. So that's the oak. Now let's take the maple. So we want the inside of the maple leaf. I love the fact of all of these, even the fir cones, so that when we do get to doing our autumn wintry cards, we've got the fir cones as well, so you can do some beautiful, beautiful things with this. Okay, let's see if that's lined up. By stamping it off, it just makes it not quite so bright. Oh, that wasn't very straight. Okay, let's get my head in underneath this so I can see it a little bit better. That's better. I say they're really easy to line up, but when you've got bright lights literally right above you, it sometimes makes it a little bit difficult to see. Okay, that I think is probably going to be enough of them. I've just done a few more so I can do them later on. So let's just pop this back in its little space so I don't lose it. There we go. Now let's get on to the punch. So this punch is, oh, I just love these punches. I can't get enough of them. So we're going to use the maple leaf to start off with. And we just need to line it up in on here. Always go quiet when I'm trying to line something up, don't I? Okay, right, so that's it. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So let's put 3 of those because I'm not sure quite how many I'm going to need, and then we'll do the oak leaf. So if we've got this here, what I'm thinking of doing is tucking these just in under. Oh yes, that's going to look lovely. In on there, and maybe 1 in underneath like that. And yeah, we'll play around to see how many will go in, but that's going to work perfectly, which is what I thought it would. Let's get these little oak leaves as well, because leaves, I think you can mix and match the leaves. You don't have to necessarily just go, whoops, with one. They do fly about. Two. one's a little bit skew with, but I think it'll be, once you've punched it out, it's normally not too bad at all. So let's get that one out. Whoops. Okay, so we've got 6 at the moment, so let's have a go and work with those ones. Now, what I could, oh, I've got a little mucky mark on there. We'll have to put something over the top. Okay, so I'm going to take my dimensionals. Let's find some dimensionals. Right, we've got these ones, and I've got some larger ones here. I have my little pot with my dimensionals and my embellishments and things in there, because I find that if I don't have them out where I need them, oh, that's stuck to, well, that's good. I've got, oh, that's why I've got little embellishment. I've got an embellishment that's got itself stuck. Let's put that back down on there, and what it's done is it's taken the dimensionals off on the top, but that's fine, that's fine. So let's take this one that I've just got stuck to my finger, and we should be able to put this on the back of here. So let's just take that one down, and then I can pull these pieces off. I think it's got stuck with the embellishment, or the back of the embellishment on there, but waste not, want not is my motto. And we've got 2 here that have come unstuck themselves as well, so we can just, whoops, take that one on the top there, this one in the middle. So I don't have to take the bottoms off of these because they've come off themselves. And then we'll have one in between on there, and one in between on there. Okay, then that still gives us a little bit of room for playing around. So let me just take those 2 bottom ones off. There we go. And then we can put this, I'm just going to take this out of the way here so I can then get it leveled up, because I want the distance between the top and the bottom to be fairly sort of even. Okay, that'll work nicely. Now I can put that off on there. I'm not going to stick it on purely because I want to cut something out of the background of this, so I'm just using it like that. Now let's take the mini dimensionals, which I've got a few of those. So let's start with, to cut some of the edges off of these, I think. So the little minis go straight in the middle. So we've got 1, let's just do 2 of each for now, I think, and see how they work out. You need to do it always in odds if you can, but we'll just have a little look and see how they work out. So that one's on there, that one's on there. So we've got 4. But by toning them in together, it just adds another bit of texture in here. And as I say, I love these little leaves. So in this little space here, we're just going to tuck one of the leaves just in underneath. Not a lot, just a little bit like that. And then we can take this one on the other side, and we're going to balance it. So we're going to take it the other way up, and we're going to balance it so that it comes in just in like that. So it's almost going to be a mirror image, one of the other. So you could just leave it like that. I think I want to tuck an oak leaf in there as well. So let me have a look and see where I would put. Let me see. We put that one in. Yeah, that's going to come in between there. So there's going to be a little bit of space between them. And I might have 4. I know it's an even number, but I think just tucking them in so that they go in between on those spaces, I think looks quite pretty. So, and then the other one down in on here. that one in that way. So that comes out like that. Yes, that's looking beautiful. So all I want to do now is, I don't think I want, do I want another one in? I don't want that. No, it's looking too contrived now, so I'm just going to leave it as it is, but I will try and see if I've got just a couple of little sparklies, and I'm still using these the Noble Peacock rhinestones, because the colours of those just work perfectly with so many of the things that I'm doing at the moment. So we're just going to have the blue ones on here. So I'm just going to take my take your pick tool with a very blue thumb. I think I must have stuck it in something while I was doing this, so we'll just take this off of here, and we're going to have one just tucked in there, and we'll have one tucked in down on the other side. So it's like that mirror. Now, do I want to put 3 in or not? Should have a little bit of a 3 going on, shouldn't we? I'm just going to have a look and see. One there, or one. I've got that little blobby bit there. I'm going to just tuck it right out there where the blob is. Like that. Okay, it's come out a little bit far, but that's fine. So, I will then just put these back in here so I don't lose them. I'll put them away in a minute. So that gives you, put that in straight like that. That gives you, I've got to cut my fingers because I'm going to cut that out. Gives you a really pretty card. And as I say, you just get that extra bit of dimension by using those punches. So we have this beautiful set, Forever Fern, which is available now. Love the sentiments in here. To a friend that makes me smile. Absolutely love that. A hello. You can do this. Love and laughter forever after. Just beautiful. With the beautiful autumn, which is available August. And again, have a beautiful day. Hey there. Life is better with you. Thank you. And then you've got my heart is grateful for you. So just lovely as well. The beautiful punches. As I say, I'm never going to get enough of these. I think I will be using them virtually on every project, because just as little embellishments, they just make the difference of the card. So thank you so much for watching me. Do look forward to seeing you again. As always, stay safe and stay well and be kind. Bye bye.